Hey, welcome back. We're running my Element Enduro here. It used to be the Element Night Runner. I converted it to the solid axle, and I'm going up against my brother's red and white Scx10 Pro. That he's running one of the associated Element bodies on it. I forget which one it is. Anyways, we're up on the side of this mountain here. It's about 3 miles east of the lake that I normally run at. And there's all kinds of little runoffs in the wintertime here. During the summertime they're dry. But it's a pretty cool little area, absolutely scenic, completely covered with moss. But it is tough to videotape this because you can't step backwards without tripping over a branch. So all my shots are in tight close. Normally I try to stay 5 or 6 feet back, between 4 and 6 feet back, but here I'm gonna have to stay right on top of them because there's ferns in the way, and there's sticks and just all kinds of tree debris. And so yeah, the reason why we're over in this area, because last 4th of July, 3 miles to the west is the lake I normally run at, where they drain the lake during the wintertime. Right now the lake is, they don't drain it all the way down, but right now the lake is drained. It opens up a lot of crawling. But back in July, assuming some kids decided they want to light up fireworks in the area. It burned throughout the whole summer 20,000 acres. And so they're supposed to have it open back up by October 1st because the terrain is so steep they couldn't fight the fire on ground. It was all airdrops dipping out of the lake and then flying up into the mountains and dumping water. The fire started down where I normally crawl in that area, and then it just spread from there. All the dead tree litter ground cover is what burned, and then caught trees on fire too. But it went on all summer, and then they figured it wouldn't be out until the rains came. Well, the rains are here, and they estimated they'd be able to open it up on October 1st. Well, on October 1st came, and then a couple days later they announced they're keeping the area shut down for the winter due to avalanches and rock slides, and for safety for the people that go up there and hit the hiking trails and stuff. Also, after fires here in Washington, the mushrooms like to grow after, and so the mushroom hunters come out. So I'm assuming they're also keeping it closed to try to keep the mushroom hunters at bay. It'll be, a couple years, 2 or 3 years of mushrooms growing in this burned out areas. But yeah, anyways, really tough filming in here in this area. Absolutely beautiful. I wish the sun wasn't out. It was just overcast, because you'd really see the moss a lot better. I think the sun kind of kills some of the views of how green it is in there. But we're on a pretty steep hill here. We're finding little flat spots, but it's actually pretty steep terrain. And we're about halfway up this mountain. We went up one of the access logging roads to hit this spot. But yeah, probably get a couple more videos out of this spot from that run that day. That day we went and explored a bunch of logging roads, just cruising around, and then pulled over at a couple spots, ran RC cars, we ran our Defender and my brother's Defender and my RGT Rescuer, LC76 Rescuer, earlier in the day. Then we did a little more exploring. Then this is a spot I knew of and decided to pull over and give it a run. We ran this spot in shell with our Ford F-150 and her Chevy K10 last summer. It was dry. The creek wasn't running this hard then. It was barely any water. But yeah, it's just it's tough running here. Tough to film this, since everything's really tight. Like, you don't know it, but I'm standing on about a 4-foot drop right into that creek, and I'm on the very edge of it just to film this. Enjoy the video, and thanks for stopping by. RC for life, and peace out.